Ugh. Huh? Oh, no. Hooray! Goodbye. Very well. Ooga booga. Disgusting. So many dead. Shame on you. What a change. Poor Winston. So much death. Oh, you're back. We are coaches. I certainly do. Helping no one. Isn't he a cutie? Home, sweet home. What a wasteland. Well, that's that. Hello, Mr. Skinner. Farewell, Rangers. Don't touch anything! Julio, is that you? Welcome, young man. But the food hasn't. This is Sue's house. Farewell, children. I'm sorry, Scotchmo. What happened here? I can't stand it. Hang in there, Julio. Was that necessary? Look at those beasts. Such a cute old robot. No change yet, though. Oh, Jan, I'm so sorry. So much cleanup to do. A talking lizard. Matthew! Oh, no! Matthew! More military men. So you kept the mural. Some odd stuff in here. What a lot of claptrap. Well, that can't be good. Why have you done this? What a foul human being. What a tidy little shop. So many abandoned farms. What a tragic situation. Civilization at last. What the blazes was that? There's so much tech here. Excellent. Point me to it. I like his optimism, but... My, isn't he intimidating? Mercy, what a motor mouth. They eat people? Horrible. I wish her followers luck. Wait, how did these men die? These people have nothing. Don't fret, Jen. You are safe. Oh dear, what happened here? I wish Kathy could see this. This violence must end, now. Something's not right here. Stay calm, Ryan. We're coming. I don't even want to breathe. Very humane of you, Rangers. What a lovely Venus flytrap. What an unlikable young man. Polished armor, dirty heart. That may come back to bite us. You'd know that better than I. Welcome to the jungle, indeed. Son, do you have an off switch? You bastard, you fooled us all. Well, this place is doing okay. You're the only one left alive. What a grasping little magpie. This place has changed so much. Another checkpoint. How nice. So many dead before their time. Oh, God! Dr. Larson! What happened? Ask that doctor how we can help. We'll do our best. I promise you. Look at that magnificent beast. I think they're going to eat him. Oh, Matthew, how are you feeling? Does he actually believe it all? Do we really need this hooligan? Some sort of toll to get in? Science always finds a solution. The pathogen labs were over here. My God, they're starving to death. You should have seen them before. What are you doing? You're insane. Try protecting the living first. Maybe I should go back to Ag Center. The invulnerability of youth. Is something wrong with that man? The barbarians have won. Horrible. I thought you were all about evil. Really? You're robbing graves now? That poor girl. We have to find her. So, it's a new beginning here, is it? Winston, hang on. We'll get you free. Don't worry, I can open the airlock. That thing in her chest, It's just... the heady brine of procreation. Now how did that get there? How odd. I see. What can I help you with then? What is it doing to that poor girl? I've never seen so advanced a robot. I will not attack an innocent. I do not care for drink or drinkers. You would rather he was still lame? Look at all this wonderful salvage. What vile scheme was this one up to? Are these people farmers or slaves? She's an Atchison, Ralphie. She knows. A chapel of cruelty. This is inhumane. I think I know where he got his name. Are you insane? Get out of my lab, now! The poor woman. Why doesn't she leave? He's been cornered by his own rabbits. You do realize he's a prisoner, right? You have done good work here, Rangers. This used to be a conference room. All that civility. Nothing but a sham. What did I have for lunch? Oh, God. I already handed them to you, did I not? I like what you've done with the place. My God, the smell. My eyes are watering. I think those people are up to no good. Abandon all hope, all ye who enter here. My God, mutant seeds in the pigeon feed. They could have flown anywhere by now. Those poor harlots don't look healthy. So this is where Ace died? How terrible. You were a man of science. How could you? The poor man. Shattered like a china cup. Do you have anything to read, young man? You sick little punks. That's my sister. This is a very well-run place. I approve. It feels more Christian in here already. I've never seen such an open town. I trust that man as far as I can throw him. Poor Skinner. I'm so sorry for your loss. I should never have joined the Guardians. He's a dentist, Scotchmo, not a podiatrist. Matthias? That name sounds familiar. At least science is still being done here. That man is slicker than a greased weasel. Very well. Return if you change your mind. This place should be burned to the ground. You need me again? Great. Ready when you are. Good Lord, those women. Who would do this? What was his girlfriend's name again? There's something evil here. I can feel it. That poor man. Someone should get him down. If only I had a few of these things in my lab. Good Lord. Was it suicide or sabotage? Skinner's all right. Just don't let him drink. What appalling mutations. Those poor dogs. Oh, now, really? What purpose did that serve? Stealing? When did we abandon our morality? I suppose it had to be done, but what a shame. This is marvelous. What a well-planned farm. Good Lord. Look at the size of that mushroom. The barbarians to target children. Horrible. I like to think I have a lot of patience, but... Did something die in here? Oh, that's the stew. You are madmen, impetuous and irresponsible. Sure am, Hansel. Would you like to see my oven? I have some tricks up my sleeve yet, children. Oh, Skinner, I'm so sorry. Sergio was a good boy. So it has spread here, too. We must act quickly. You certainly do, young man. You certainly do. This is where we keep our failed experiments. So, you're the one who's been stealing my seeds. I know that voice. Where have I heard it before? I know the code for this door. I can show you. What an absolutely unremarkable little town. Skinner knows these caves better than anyone. Oh, I'm so relieved. I feared we would be too late. So pretty on the surface, so rotten at the core. You changed the Guardians into broken corpses. It seems hooligans are the same the world over. Every time he opens his mouth, I get more stupid. The doctor seems a little absent-minded, though. You're not so old. You've had plenty already. This is foul. No better than a kennel for humans. I'm glad he's back in office. Seems a very nice man. Rangers, help me rescue these fine men and women. That young man needs to learn more of husbandry. What a brave, compassionate man. We must help him. Should I blame Larson and Sue or our own hubris? Don't you have a girl at home? She's good, isn't she? It's not all like that. There are some good things. My friends! Each man and woman here was my friend. Well, we certainly won't find much nature in here. How can such savage-looking children be so mopey? What was his name again? Viral? Well, it should be. Looks like it might have been a lovely town. Once. Thank you, Rangers, for saving dear Matthew's life. Isn't the infinite variety of nature fascinating? The poor souls, hollowed out by foolish addiction. Just like the Guardians, hiding away in dark places. A woman of science, lovely to make her acquaintance. Pride is a greater obstacle to peace than any enemy. Put that down, you booze hound. That's formaldehyde. Horrible. What kind of a drug could do this to a person? I hope she never comes to regret asking you to join. If only they could let go of pride and embrace peace. Well, this is it. Hope it was worth all your trouble. Watch out for those pods, youngsters. They explode. This place is pure poison. We should get out of here. Finally, something natural in this unnatural town. Everyone seems more relaxed now, even the tourists. Working perfectly, thank you. You did such a good job. More escapees from Ag Center. This must be eradicated. This is science at its worst. This must be destroyed. Scotchmo, you've got to take better care of yourself. I love seeing competent people doing work they love. Those fools from Vegas? They're long dead, aren't they? He's a fine figure of a man, isn't he? If not very bright. Are you just going to stand by and let that boy drown? The Great Glow? Pah! What they really worship is death. I know the codes, Rangers. We'll be inside momentarily. As I said, you should ask the other Rangers about them. Poor woman. If I was back at my lab, I could help her. But there are atrocities on both sides, I see. The butchers. This conflict has killed his soul and his conscience. I'd watch where you put your naughty bits around here. What a twit! How did the apple fall so far from the tree? Imagine a world where these behemoths reign. Horrible. Well, he betrayed us. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say. Horrible. The militia have made this place a ghost town. What villain has turned these robots against mankind? You poor creatures. I must put you out of your misery. Oh, the poor boy. He was a fool, but he didn't deserve this. I hated you then, but really, your coming was a blessing. This nonsense is what ruined everything the first time. A temple of science made into a temple of hate. Despicable. Is he done? It's like the quiet after a storm. What a relief. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, right? I sense no curse. What a bunch of superstitious nonsense. That man has melons on the brain, but so handsome. If only... Well, she may dress like a harlot, but she's got some sense. The fools! Do they really want to destroy the world again? These fools, cutting off their noses to spite their faces. I have nothing left to say to you, children. Please move on. We shouldn't be in here. This is Catherine's office. Private. Honeydew, you madman! Why are you still here? Get to safety! This plague has taken Skinner's whole family. It isn't fair. I don't get down here a lot. Afraid I don't know much about it. I feel very uncomfortable going through Matthew's things. Why did I see mutant seeds in the pigeon coop in Eastfield? Oh dear, this isn't the place for me. I'd like to wait outside. He is an absolute disaster of a leader. He'll ruin this town. That man might be a prig, but he seems to have the right idea. Atchisons to Pecans, I see no difference. They're all idiots. Rachel, what's happened? Help her, Rangers! Help the poor girl! Rangers or no, I won't stand for any more behavior like that. I told you not to touch anything. Get away from my supplies. Looks like you managed to scrub out all those blood stains. These miscreants have raised the ire of this old scientist. Well, she's no better than she needs to be. That's for certain. Doctor, good to see you. I didn't know you were with the monks. I don't know 'em. Another bunch of fools with guns, I'll warrant. This place seems to be falling apart. At least the people are. I'm doing my best to instruct them, Matthew. How are you feeling? You've returned, children. How do you wish to disturb me now? I'm sure I know that voice. Oh, well, my memory isn't what it was. That's Ryan in there, Dr. Larson's assistant. We have to save him. I wish I could say the same about the fuel cell that powers it. How dare you suggest I assault someone who has done me no harm? It pains me to see the grounds this way. We do so much good here. It would seem they have something to discuss if they survive. Nothing. It reminded me of something, but I was wrong. Forget it. All this electricity used for Garnish Entertainment? Wasteful. Virgiton armor? The fool. Everybody knows that stuff is a myth. Man and machine as one. Well, it's worked pretty well for me, but... Damn Dr. Larson! If this spreads, all of Arizona could be consumed. Animals. They have no understanding of the tech they're wearing. Burn this place. It is evil. Set a bomb close to the door. And burn it. Look, another of Dr. Kyle's patients. What lovely work on that arm. It may look disorganized in here, but I know where everything is. You should have stayed home, Ralphie. You wouldn't have been hurt. Polite, well organized, nice farm. These people are doing it right. That's the Eastfield shut-off valve. You'll want to turn that off. Poor man. The mind of a child and an abusive father, I don't doubt. Oh my, I consider myself unflappable, but that caught me off guard. This is all Dr. Larson's fault. How could a man of science be so vile? This would be a lovely town, without the killer robots, of course. Hello, Angela dear. Still as fearful and technophobic as ever, I see. All these books, and you haven't got the sense nature gave a turnip. What a horrible plague. We can't stand by while these people suffer. And no, you can't see it. I'm much too old to be flashing my lady bumps. Every rose has its thorns, children. Mine's an antique. Can I join you? Look at all this foliage. I've never seen such green outside Ag Center. He certainly doesn't practice what he preaches. Not with that figure. I'm sorry, young man. I have no interest in joining the Desert Rangers. That fool Sue should share part of the blame, too. What was he thinking? You did more with the tech the Guardians collected than they ever did. Stop right there. You are lying to us, young man. Tell us the truth. Now. Hello again, children. Would you like me to rejoin you in your travels? I hope you're all right, Julio. That must have been heartbreaking for you. Please, Ryan, when you've rested, your services will be needed upstairs. I can't believe what has happened to you, dear. I will end your suffering. I'm ashamed to say it, but I was a follower of Finster once. I lived here. I am not an automaton for you to command, Echo One. I will do no such thing. What could you possibly want from me, you callous pigs? You let Matt die. Should be easy enough to shut that old thing down, if you have no morals. Quickly, people, evacuate in an orderly fashion and regroup in the lobby. Who? Oh, Dr. Larson's assistant? I'm afraid I know very little about him. What amazing technology. I'm so pleased to see science being used for good. My friends, my animals, all gone. Your current state is not life at all. Such a shame. These beasts shouldn't be slaughtered. They should be catalogued. This is where we grow our feed and house our animals. Few remain alive, I fear. Wish you weren't so set on this life, Ralphie. It's going to hurt you one day. Oh no, Ryan! Dr. Herbison, that is. Looks like he didn't reach his weapon in time. These plants must have an incredible tensile strength to restrain this fan. Axe centers my heart and soul, Catherine. I'll do whatever I need to keep it safe. The Guardians were crazy, but they didn't deserve what the Rangers did to them. An apology from both sides, and Arizona has a railroad again. But they just can't. Why did you attack that innocent bystander? They hadn't done anything to you. Do you say the same to your old friend Gilbert? I understand he has a new leg now. I've never had much use for the Rangers, but if these fools are the alternative... I'm so glad I was going stir-crazy in here. Are we on our way? I'm ready when you are. Utter villainy! These people are turning their customers into walking corpses. Well, you better come back for me soon. I've already read all your magazines. Extra sharp today, Matthew, but I'll sheath them for you. Hope you feel better soon. Somebody needs to show them around, Catherine, and it doesn't look like it'll be you. You've returned, children. Have you reconsidered? Shall I join your investigation? That man is dying before our eyes. So much radiation. I'm surprised he can still walk. Well, Heidi got what she wanted. I hope Hollywood becomes a better town because of it. Yep, that's evil, all right. Still the peevish, cringing little coward it's always been. Jan! You're still alive? My God, what's happened to you? Why did you stay? I waited, but... Stupid as their religion is, I have to admit, they're doing a good job keeping the peace. Well, I guess she'll be able to test all her theories about manifesting her destiny now. Well, good luck to McDade. I hope he can sway the rest of the church to his way of thinking. I tried to convince the Guardians to study the artifacts they collected. They wouldn't. Yes, I suppose you'll need them if you want to be of any use here. Take them and leave me be. Games? A man smart enough to fix these toys should be putting his mind to better use. Rangers, you promised Jan you'd keep her secret. I'm disappointed. Her mood will be worse. Oh, there's not much to know about me. I'm older than dirt, and I love plants. That's about it. I still think of it by its old name, but you're making it yours, Rangers. I'll give you that. I wish we were back at my lab. I'm sure we'd have a lot to teach each other about plant biology. He used to be in the Goths militia. Well, I hope he's learned some Christian charity since then. So callous, Rangers. How could you let this happen when it was within your power to stop it? I warned you, Rangers, I'm not like you. I will not callously abandon friends in need. Goodbye. 2 clans of idiots playing cowboys and Indians when they could be playing railroad tycoon. Larson was behind it, and he exploded. What villainy! And so senseless. This is terrible. Oh no, Sue. The boy is a goof-up, but he doesn't deserve to die like this. Can you heal him, Rangers? I thought they would be interested in learning from the past, using it to make a better future. Ha! Poor Ryan. Dr. Larson's assistant. He loved Rachel with all his heart. If only we'd reached him faster. I don't think I've ever been inside these tunnels. Those fan blades are fearsome feats of engineering. The nutrient reservoir. Place the cure in the intake valve, and Axe Center is saved. Well done, Rangers. I tried to change the Guardians from within. Then you Rangers came along and changed them from without. Oh, good God. I heard rumors about these creatures. Nearly unkillable and deeply, deeply unsettling. It's not my place to do anything about him, but I'd tell Matt or Kathy if I were you. They'll know what to do. A dreadful concoction they made up in Rail Nomad. I'm surprised it doesn't poison everyone who drinks it. Rangers, I am disappointed in you. A man is wallowing in grief, and your solution is a bottle of squeezins? A plastic garden. My little joke. Though it served as a reminder of how small we wanted to make our plants. You've returned, children. I don't believe I have anything to say to you. You ignored Matt's disease until... Are you hard of hearing? Those are my supplies. I need them for my work. Without this lab, Ag Center is doomed. Puh! I'm a botanist, not an engineer. But it's almost as dexterous as the old one. I've gotten quite used to it. The Guardians treated the past like an unknowable god. Understanding it, learning from it, that was hearsay. That? I lost it in a gardening accident. A traveling doctor gave me the new one. Quite a gadget, isn't it? We may be able to crawl through the ventilation system from here. Not that a woman of my age enjoys crawling. I'm so glad this place exists. At last I can put all the knowledge I've collected over my long life to good use. Never been there, but I've heard of it. Beyond the eastern radiation. Didn't know you could get there these days. Excellent. Let me just turn this burner off and I'll be all ready. We can stock up for my lab supplies if you'd like. They're messy and smelly, but they can sometimes get a message across the wastes when higher tech options can't. All these books, and you haven't got the sense nature gave a turnip. So you're the one who's been stealing my seeds. Oh, look, that monk has been to the same doctor I went to, but his surgery was far more extensive. Fine work. Fine work. We have to find out where Sue sent them. His house is in the West Field. We'll likely find him there if he's still alive. And you're a world-class fool if you've done what I suspect. Why did I see mutant seeds in the pigeon coop in Eastfield? If you Rangers had killed this fool when you raided Guardian Citadel the first time, none of this would have happened. I wish we had worked more closely with Highpool. Together, I think we could have turned this wasteland into a paradise. Thank you for dealing with the outbreak, Rangers. We have much recovery work ahead of us, but our research will continue. Kathy told me Highpool is besieged. That just breaks my heart. I had such hopes for lasting partnership between us and them. I cannot work with individuals such as yourselves. Take care of what business you have and leave. I will help here on my own. The fumes are unpleasant. The toxic ruminations of those fungal growths must all be collecting in the ventilation system. Rangers, we seem to be heading toward the exit. I will not leave Axe Center while it's still imperiled. We must cure the outbreak. They're camped out in your old headquarters, aren't they? Don't imagine they're any worse than you were back then. Or any better. I'm here to help the Rangers who helped Axe Center. That's all. And when we part ways, I'm going back. There's so much rebuilding to do. And where do you think you're going? If you want to be of any use here, you'll need my airlock codes. Here, take them and leave me be. That poor thing is overworked and undercared for. I wish I knew more about such things, but botany is my subject, not technology. He was a frequent visitor here. We were part of his usual patrol. I was sad to hear he had been killed. He was one of the good Rangers. She said she was from the east of the old prison, which is odd now that I come to think of it. Radiation's closed off the way east for years. Rangers, I have to tell you something. This is not the first time I've been to the Citadel. I was a member of the Guardians of the Old Order. While it may seem that eliminating one side or the other may be the only way to ensure peace, I urge you to find another solution, Echo One. Yes, I have the greenhouse codes. I'd thought about asking to come with you, but I'm not sure you inspire confidence in me. Here, take the codes. I know all about the Rangers. I've been around a long time, after all. I even remember when you took over the Citadel from its former occupants. I was afraid something like this might happen. Young folks, always looking for shortcuts when patience and hard work are what gets things done. Dear Julio, he's too tender-hearted to work in animal husbandry. He can't seem to wrap his head around the fact that we raised those rabbits to eat them. When I ran from here during the massacre, I ended up at Axe Center and finally found people and a cause I could believe in completely. For that, I thank you. We at the Axe Center are constantly looking for newer, safer ways to improve crop yield and wholesomeness. This lab is where that experimentation takes place. Wait, you can't leave without the greenhouse codes. I'd thought about asking to come with you, but I'm not sure you inspire confidence in me. Here, take the codes. Another innocent brutally assaulted. What is wrong with you people? One more senseless act like that, and I will no longer travel with you. It's shameful. Shameful. The nutrient reservoir. From here, fertilizer and pesticides can be pumped to the whole facility. It's the most likely origin point for the contamination as well. That's it. That's one murder too many. I'm sorry, Rangers. I cannot travel with you any longer. Your callous disregard for human life is repugnant to me. You make me sick. You didn't see them out in the yard? You're lucky. They're attacking everything that moves. And I'm afraid the poor fellows in the east and west fields will be affected too. Ha! If I wasn't so old, I'd marry Honeydew in a heartbeat. Mad as a badger, but such heart, such passion, such wonderful language. But I'm too old, too changed. It wouldn't be right. Be careful if you go in there. I asked one of our techs to secure some of my valuables. I don't think I have the skill to disable the rather aggressive countermeasures on the safe. Oh yes, the Guardians of the Old Order. I suppose that was before your time. But they gave the Rangers quite a fight. Almost won, in fact. I'm sure your veterans will tell you all about it. He's our fearless leader, and a dear, dear boy. Things have really improved here since he took over. I hope that exploding pod didn't do him any lasting damage. We need him now more than ever. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you know best. Here are the greenhouse airlock codes. Please fix things as soon as you can. We need to get in there and figure out what's going on. Thanks. A bright young man, but not a happy one. He wants to remake the world in his image, but hasn't the patience to do the necessary groundwork. It's going to bite him in the ass one day. Mark my words. Skinner works down in the caves, tending the mushrooms. Maybe that's why he likes his snick squeezing so much. Working in the cold and damp would make any man want a little warm up now and then. Those men and women are some of my best friends, and now I'm afraid they're changing just like the farmers. If you are willing to dare the greenhouses, you might be able to save some of them. I hope. The universal cure is kept in this room. Finster's experiments were always mutating so horrifically that he needed a cure for cancer to keep working. So he made one. Such was his brilliance. What a waste. Listen, Rangers. I know you only wanted me along so I could help you get to the radio dish. But I want to find out who was behind this horrible sabotage. So I'd like to come with you and help you bring them to justice. She's a bright young thing. I taught her all I know about plants and seeds, and she has gone on to outstrip me in every way. A sponge for knowledge. I hope she can figure out the root of this madness. It's got me stumped. I shouldn't have brought it up. I don't like to talk about it. It's some kind of high-tech power source. The unsettling thing is that the doctor implanted it in my chest. I have a glowing blue gem set right into my sternum. Many of the plants are growing them now. They explode when you get near them. What's strange is some of the infected farmers and researchers are growing pods too, as if they were becoming plants as well. I don't understand it. Sorry to be so brusque, children. Everything in this room is an experiment in progress, and not to be disturbed. Now what can I do for you? I assume you're the help that Matthew and Catherine said was coming from the Ranger Citadel? The doctor has done great things here. He's kept us whole and well, and he's advanced our knowledge of mushrooms and fungal biology tenfold. But I can't help thinking sometimes that he's watching us like we're all just one of his experiments. That's the Westfield pump generator. You'll want to find some way to replace the broken flow regulator and slow it down. It looks like the regulator is fried, but you may be able to override it using the control panel over there, if you have the skill. And where do you think you're going? If you want to be of any use here, you'll need my airlock codes. Unless you want to let me take you through the doors myself. I can help you find your way around. And don't worry, I have a gun. I can take care of myself. What do you say? Listen, Rangers. I know you only wanted me along so I could help you get to the radio dish. But I want to find out who was really behind this horrible sabotage. So I'd like to come with you and help you bring them to justice. Dr. Larson was not acting alone. The greenhouses are where we test new species. There's one on either side of the central corridor. I'm afraid a lot of my fellow researchers are trapped in there, if they haven't already transformed. I have the airlock codes to go in there, but I don't know if I dare. Not alone. Yes, I have the greenhouse codes, but listen. I want to come with you. I need more samples if I'm going to make sense of this mess. If you let me come with you, I'll take you through the doors myself, and I can help you find your way around. And don't worry, I have a gun. I can take care of myself. What do you say? You've proven yourselves to be as arrogant as your organization, Rangers. Do you know how sensitive this lab is? Everything in this room is an experiment in progress, and not to be disturbed. Now what can I do for you? I assume you're the help that Matthew and Catherine said was coming from the Ranger Citadel? It has to be contamination in the irrigation system. We feed the plants a brew of nutrients through a series of pipes. I can only think that some strange toxin got into the mixture. Unfortunately, the computer that controls the system seems to be stuck in feed mode, and none of us who made it to the lobby is savvy enough to repair it. I can't be sure, but the Guardians were experimenting with a new kind of android right at the end. We peons weren't supposed to know about it. Only the upper echelons were allowed to think about the future. But I heard whispers. I thought all that research was destroyed when the Rangers raided the Citadel. But this looks like... well, who knows?